Okay, we're going to be doing some quick and easy fall DIYs that you can do right now using Dollar Tree items. I have this black canvas from Dollar Tree. I picked black so I didn't have to paint it. And then I have like this linen like fabric. I was going to cut like a little pocket shape or like just a cute little shape with it. But then I changed my mind at the end. I took these faux florals from Dollar Tree. They have put out all their fall florals right now. So they have them in a bunch of pretty colors, different picks that you can pick from. I'm going to go with just these two simple ones right here. So I'm taking off the greenery part and the floral part. You could put cute little pumpkins in this. You can do this so many different ways. But I'm just going to pop mine off the stem. You could leave them on the stem, but then you'll have to like just cut it to the shape that you want, to the size you want. But I'm just going to glue the little greenery piece onto the floral piece and then hot glue that onto the canvas. You're going to have to hold it in place to let it dry so that it doesn't pop off. And then I'm going to glue the rest of the pieces down. It's not any real order. If you're going to be doing like a little pocket shape, I would keep them towards the center so that everything could be covered up by the pocket piece. Like I said, I decided to change my mind once I saw how everything laid out. I decided to just go with a nice little strip of the fabric because I wanted to add some lettering to it. So it was already folded on top. So I just folded it at the bottom, pulled it real tight just to get rid of some of those wrinkles too. And then I'm just tucking away the extra little pieces that are hanging there at the bottom. And then again, I'm just pulling it nice and tight, hot gluing it on the back. You're going to want to hold it there until it is dry so that it stays in place. And that is really it. You could leave it just like that. It is real nice, real simple. But I did cut this lettering with my Cricut, just some cardstock paper. You can purchase some cute little wording from Dollar Tree, from Michael's, all over the place. I'm just going to put mine down with just some regular Elmer's glue. And don't worry if you get a little bit over because it does dry clear. And you can add like a bunch of different things. The shape I cut out had a little pumpkin in it, but I didn't put that on there. I just left it just like that, just nice and simple. And that is how it came out. And you can just pop this on a shelf. You can hang it up, but I just think it is so cute and so simple. Something nice for fall. This one, another Dollar Tree DIY. All right, so they have these little cute tins with the wording. They have different wording on them. I was going to use this IKEA one, but then I found this at Dollar Tree, and I said let's use this because it is simpler. But you can use something like that. Use like a rub transfer or whatever, and you can do this two different ways. Okay, I'm going to fill this right now with paper just to have the bottom filled, and then put just a little bit of Spanish sea moss from Dollar Tree around the top. All right, so once you figure out how you want everything to be, you can then hot glue everything into place just around the rim there, where so everything will stay in place. But I want to show you that you can do this two different ways. You can take some faux greenery like the leaves and different things from Dollar Tree, and you can stack that around, and then you can take the Spanish moss, glue that down, and then you can take these little pumpkins they have at Dollar Tree. They are so cute. Do not pull it out like I did. I pulled out the little tag. It's a styrofoam. I didn't even realize it was a styrofoam. So just be careful with that. And then you can hot glue that down. And you can even do this in the little tipsy pumpkins where you can stack them up. You just take the stem off. You can do this so many different ways. Or you can fill it with the faux florals like this. But you can just get so much inspiration. Now for this DIY, I want to show you three different ways that you can make yarn pumpkins for this holiday season. I have these styrofoam balls. You can get them bigger. You can get them smaller. You can cut the bottom off like I did just to make sure it stands up nice and straight, but you really don't have to because they do kind of stand without that being cut off. I'm going to use yarn. You could already crochet your yarn and then attach it, or knit it and then attach it, but I'm going to be doing the first one like this. I'm just going to I'm going to use hot glue for all of these. Just be careful with the hot glue. Do not use too much, and watch for those little strays that come up because they can mess up the look of it, especially when you're working with a darker yarn. But I'm just going to start in the center. Be careful not to burn your hands. And then I'm just going to make little spirals with it, really. So just going around nice and steady. Like I said, you don't want to use too much hot glue to do this. You can, if you want to, use Mod Podge, but then you'll have to like hold it in place until you're done. And then when I'm ready to start up a new little spiral, I just pull the yarn out. So I'm using one continuous piece of yarn straight from the ball. When I'm ready to start a new one, I just go out and start with that little centerpiece again and just go around and around. You will have a bunch of gaps when you're doing it this way, but it's okay because it's going to overlay. So you're going to overlay it because even if you butt them up like that, you see there, you're going to still have little gaps where they meet at the top and at the bottom. So this is just like, overlaying this. You can do this in different colors if you wanted to too, and just overlay with different colors. You can do this in so many different ways. But when you get to a part that you just want to cover up the gaps, like I said, you can just go on top of the spiral that you already made, if that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, just let me know. And then I'm just trying to pick away those extra pieces of glue that I had there. You can also touch it up with paint the same color. This is the second way to make these. Okay, so I braided some yarn together, just how you would normally braid. You take three strands and then you braid them together. You can braid it longer than you need, or you can braid it just to the length that you need. Mine are a bit longer, so I can just work in little areas. So I just snip off the top so that it's as neat as possible. And then you'll just glue them in. When you get to the middle of the sections like this, you can just go in where you don't have to go all the way to the top. Plus, if you go all the way to the top with every one, it will be really bulky at the top. And then that'll be hard for when you're putting on your stem. But you can just lay them in like that. You can, again, go over this with a little bit of Mod Podge or Elmer's glue, just any glue that dries clear, and put those little flyaways down if you have. Now, this is the third way. This is easy if you're using chunky yarn, and this will help if you don't want that bulk at the top. All right, so I cut out a little piece at the top just to be able to put the yarn in, and this is bulky yarn, so I'm using a lot less of it, but it's kind of like the braided one a bit. But I'm just digging in there with that and then just gluing it down the same way I did the braided one. Basically, I'm starting on the outer sections, so I'm just doing the pieces around on like what would be the four corners of the ball, if you say. And then I'm going to go into the middle pieces, and again, not going all the way to the top because I don't want it too bulky, because even though you dug that hole, it can get really bulky. And then I'm just going in and filling in those sections. And again, you can put away the flyaways with the glue at the end if you want, but this is just real easy, real simple. And then I'm just going to decide on a stem for the top. You can go with these logs. I didn't want to go with the logs because they are chunky and I don't want to have to cut them in half because it takes a long time with the hand saw. So I'm just going to go with moss, Spanish moss from Dollar Tree, and it's real simple. You just find the chunky parts in it, but you can use so many different things for the stem. You can even use wooden dowels if you want, and I'm just going to hot glue those on and then let that dry. And then this is how it comes out. Just some fun, easy yarn balls that you can do to make little fall decor pumpkins for this season. Another super easy Dollar Tree fall DIY, well, mostly Dollar Tree, and two candle holders that I have. I got these pumpkins from Dollar Tree. They're like a styrofoam, but you can see the stems of them have like this pretty gold detail in them. So these are two different candle holders. One that was something else, I believe, that I got from a clearance thing, and then another candle holder. I like the distressed one. I thought about distressing the other one, but I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm taking these foam pieces, styrofoam pieces from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of two, and I'm going to put those on top of both of the candle holders just with a little bit of hot glue. You want to make sure that they are centered when you are doing it before you like put them down. And then you want to press it, let it dry. Once that is dried, and you can start up putting on your florals and different things. I have a bunch of different florals from Dollar Tree. They have so many pretty fall florals right now. They have leaves, they have all kind of stuff. I'm going to start out with some Spanish sea moss from Dollar Tree. This is just real easy, and this bag goes a long way. I've been using this bag for a while. So you're just going to take and hot glue around. Don't do it like that all at once. You see mine is like dripping like wax. You want to do it in sections, but you will take and you will hold the Spanish moss in place. If it's too messy for you, you can trim off some of the excess once you're done, but you do want to make sure that you hold it until it dries, but try not to burn your hands too at the same time, if that makes sense. Once you have enough of that, however you feel, if you want to put it under, over, all around. I just did mine basically around just the edge there, but you can do it as much or as little as you want. And then I'm just checking the placement of the pumpkin, and then I'm going to start applying the faux floral pieces. I'm starting with the leaves. I popped everything off of the stem pieces, and then I'm just going to play around with how I'm going to place them. For this one, I'm going to do a bunch of the leaves, so I'm just putting them around. And you can see they have different colors, just like actual leaves. So these all come on one bush, like one piece, and then you can They have cute little different colors in them. And then I'm putting some faux greenery and then some faux florals also from the Dollar Tree. Once I decided where everything was, I'm just going to hot glue that down. Again, holding it in place until it is just enough, dry enough so that it will stay. And then I go on to the next piece. And this is just showing how you should apply the Spanish moss. You'll go in sections with it tilted so that it won't drip off like that. And then again, just holding it down, just letting it dry. And like I said, if it's just too messy for you, at the end, you can trim away any excess that you have on there. But just going in sections like that saves it from dripping and being as messy as it was when I did do mine. And then this is how it comes out. And you can do this for any holiday, any season. And I just love how it came out. So cute, so easy, and so simple. Make sure to follow for more easy DIYs.